All right, man. Welcome back. This is another reaction. This time, we're reacting to another song of Coldplay. Coldplay is my favorite band by far, man. Honestly, this is "Every Tear Drop is a Waterfall." This is from their Milo Xyloro album, which was one of the first records. One of the first one I bought back when CDs were a thing. I bought this CD at Best Buy. At the time, I was studying to become a pharmacy technician, and I passed by the Best Buy and to buy some time. I had ordered some food at Logan's or something, and I was they used to sell CDs in there, and this album was recently new, and so I bought it and I listened to it on the way home. And this song in particular was the whole album, man. Honestly, all Coldplay songs are really good, but this song was very, very catchy. So we're gonna do a lyrical analysis on this song. We've taken on this interpretation, right, that we're walking in an art exhibit, right, as I keep saying, and we look at this masterpiece, right, this artwork, and I tell you what it is that I see, right, from a Christian perspective. See if there's any biblical themes in this song. See if we can pick up on them. Other than that, right, I've heard this song before. Like I said, very catchy. I have never looked at the lyrics. I've never dived into the lyrics to see what it is that they're about. Again, this is simply my interpretation of things. I did not Google what this song is about. I didn't ask Chris Martin what this song is about, and so yeah, it's just gonna be purely looking at the wording, checking out the song, and I'm gonna be pausing every now and then. So let's begin, man. Let's check this one out. This is "Every Teardrop is a Waterfall."
I turn the music up, I got my records on. I shut the world outside until the lights come on. Maybe the streets are alive, maybe the trees are gone. I feel my heart start beating to my favorite song. And all the kids they dance, all the kids all night until Monday morning feels another life. I turn the music up, I'm on the other side. The heaven is inside.
All right, so he says, "I turned the music up, I got my records on, I shut the world outside until the lights come on. Maybe the streets are light, maybe the trees are gone. I feel my heart start beating to my favorite song. And all the kids they dance, all the kids all night, until Monday morning feels another life. I turn the music up. I'm on a roll this time, and heaven is in sight." So this is more like an upbeat. It seems, these positive messages in here, good things. Going back to the title, "Every Teardrop is a Waterfall." There is a Bible verse that says, I'm not too sure if it's in the Book of Psalms or something, but it's something like, "I'm holding every teardrop in my hands." Like that's what God is saying, right? Like every teardrop I'm holding in my hand. And so in here, right, we can see, the last lyric, "and heaven is inside," right? So there's, going through a journey, right? Jesus says, right, unless you become like little children, right? In a sense, comparing, their faith to the faith of an adult that wants to use logic and common sense and things. This is one thing, right? If God is anything, it's one opposite of what we could expect, right? Our, as humans, right, is, especially as adults, is to use logic and common sense in things, but this is just one where it doesn't make any sense, right? You did bad, you expect to be punished, right? But God, right, you do bad, and you're not rewarded, but you're forgiven through grace, right? By grace through faith, right? So, right here so far, right, he's saying like, "and heaven is inside," right? All these things, right? The lights come on. Maybe like something went on in the mind, right? And it's like, oh, like Coldplay is like secular, but technically, they're talking about Christian themes here. Then again, this is just my interpretation. Let's continue to see where this is going.
song from underneath the rubble. Sing a rebel song. Don't wanna see another generation drop. I'd rather be a comma than a full stop. Maybe I'm in the black, maybe I'm on my knees, maybe I'm in the gap between the two trapezes. But my heart is beating and my pulse is stuck. Cathedrals in my heart. A sweet.
Okay, so he says, I turn the music up, I got my records on. From underneath the rubble, sing a rebel song. Don't want to see another generation drop. I'd rather be a comma than a full stop. Maybe I'm in the black, maybe I'm on my knees. Maybe I'm in the gap between the two trapezes. But my heart is beating and my pulses start. Cathedrals in my heart. So, right here, it's like, uh, I'm assuming Chris Martin wrote this. He's saying that in his work, right, that Jesus says, like, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Chris Martin taking on this role, right? Perhaps. I don't know for sure. I haven't asked him. But maybe the way of his working through the gospel would be through something like this, right? And he says, I'd rather be a comma than a full stop. And in Old English, full stop is what us here in North America, right, is period, right? The end of a sentence. A comma, right, separates a sentence. So as a pause, right, in there. So he's saying, he's comparing that, I'd rather be a comma than a full stop than to see another generation drop, to see another generation just go, right? Another generation that just didn't get it, right? And so it seems here like he's taking on this role of, kind of like hiding the gospel in there, like, hey man, heaven is inside. I turned the music on, maybe this song, right? I got my records on, right? From underneath the rubble, sing a rebel song. He's like, I don't want to see another generation drop. I'd rather be a comma than a full stop. And then he says, maybe I'm in the black, like in the not knowing. Maybe I'm on my knees, right, praying. Maybe I'm in the gap between the two trapezes, but my heart is beating and my pulses start in cathedrals in my heart, right? So far it seems like, and there's some songs here, you see this lyric coming up, the light. Jesus referred to himself as the light, right? And so, so this song, right? To me, this song is about the gospel. It's about Jesus. It's about telling people about the gospel. It's about, here you thought, right? I mean, these guys, Coldplay, right? There's another song, man, that says, like, I know St. Peter won't call my name, right? Yeah, Jerusalem bells and all. And so, this is just my interpretation of it, right? Again, like I said, we're looking at this art piece. This is what I'm seeing. These are the colors I'm seeing, right? This is what I see, right? Very interesting song. I love the music, bro. It's very catchy. Very, very upbeat, very uplifting. I feel uplifted listening to this. I feel happy listening to this. The lyrics so far are very, very positive. And where he's going next, I can see, as we can see here. So I'm gonna rewind a little bit. I'm gonna go a little bit back, and then we'll continue. Here we go.
Cathedrals in my heart, a sweet song.
Okay, so he says, as we saw this light, I swear you emerge blinking into to tell me it's all right. As we soar walls, every siren is a symphony, and every tear is a waterfall. And that's the chorus: is a waterfall, is a waterfall. Every teardrop is a waterfall. Right. So From here, right, as we saw this light, right, as you know, going into the future, right, and all of us are there, and assuming that Chris Martin did his job, right, and he did what he could, right, he was a comma instead of being a full stop. He didn't want to see that generation drop, right. So now we saw this light, right, perhaps Jesus, right. Now we saw this light, and he says, "I swear you emerged blinking into to tell me it's all right." Like, you know what? Like maybe that's Jesus, right? He's talking about Jesus, right? I swear Jesus emerges blinking into to tell me it's all right. As we soar walls, every siren is a symphony, right? And maybe every teardrop is a waterfall because of joy, right? There's tears of sadness, but there's also tears of joy. and so and so when there's joy, right, because of the emotion that it is, and also sadness, it's very powerful emotions. The joy would be the opposite of that. It's a waterfall, right? The cascading effect, right, of all the people that perhaps were saved, right? Maybe that's what this is about. Again, this is just my interpretation of it. This is just what I'm seeing, right? As we saw walls, reminds me of the walls in Jericho, right? When the walls came down, every siren is a symphony, right? Going back. I'm assuming, there- I mean, I don't know. Um, every siren, it could be the trumpets. It's a symphony. You the excitement, right, of watching it unfold. You know, who knows? Again, this is just my interpretation up to now, but there are verses in here where I can see the gospel hidden in the in the mist, right? So let me rewind a little bit back, man, and let's continue checking this song out.
So you can hurt me bad, but still I'll raise the flag. It was a
So he says, so you can hurt me, so you can hurt, he says, hurt me bad, but still I'll raise the flag, right? And so when you raise a flag, right, there's a flag of surrender, and then there's a flag of emerging victorious in something, right? Having being in victory, right? In other words, right, when you're hurting, uh, it's bad, right? You feel bad. It's you feel sad about this. To raise a flag is a metaphor also for to choose joy, just in spite of that, right? In spite of what's going on, right? There's a lot of people that question, if God is so good, why does He allow evil in this world, right? Why do bad things happen to good people? And to say this is it's not worded correctly, right? Jesus Himself says, why did He to tell some person, right? Why do you call me good? There's nobody good but my Father, right? That was Jesus. He said that, right? Everybody else, no, we're not good. There's no good people, right? Um, we fall short every day, and so that question is answered in the book of Job, right? The wisdom of Job is, I don't want to get too much into it, man, but the wisdom of Job is that God will take you to a place, right? Sometimes so far, just before the precipice, just before the fall, to see if you would change, to see if you would change, right? And sometimes, like in the cases of Job, right, the test comes, right, and there's no explanation. This is just a bad. Job knows nothing about it. But coming back to this, right, you can hurt me bad, but still I'll raise the flag, right? This could be at the end times, right? In all this, in all these things, right? The tribulation saints that rise once the rapture happens, right? There's tribulation saints that stay behind. Their job is to, continue to save as much people now. The people who left behind were ones that they did not accept the blood of Christ. So now they're in their works salvation, right? What are they gonna do now? They didn't accept the gift. Now is the last chance. Now is their chance to prove themselves. They didn't want to accept it. They've been a work based all their life. Jesus said, "Depart from me, I don't know you." So now they're left behind, right? And so at that point, the at the very end, just before the whole thing comes to a close, you're given a choice. You either forfeit your soul by taking the mark, or you let whoever rises, right, whoever's in power then, you let them cut your head off, right? Those are your choices. The tribulation saints also have to go through that choice, right? And so here, right, we can see here. So you can hurt me bad, right? There's Stephen, I think was his name, one of the disciples who got stoned for the belief. The disciples themselves, right? Everybody who came, gone, right? It's too. There's so much I could say here, man. There's people who don't believe, right? Everybody, I respect everybody's opinion, right? But to say that this isn't real, right, and stuff, why would people die defending a lie, man? It wouldn't make any sense, right? It's not worth it, right? They died defending the truth, knowing the truth, right? So here, right, you can hurt me bad. Let the test come any way it's going to come, right? There's verses that say, I think Paul says, he's like, consider it pure joy, brothers and sisters, when the testing of faith comes, right? Because it produces character that produces perseverance, right? So it's just pure joy. You know that you're in the right steps because you're getting attacked. You're being attacked, right? So let's go a little bit back here, man, and let's finish this one out. It's like I've seen the lyrics here, so
It was a
all right, I have to pause it there. You can kind of hear it in the background, like the backup vocals are saying, "Every tear, every tear, every teardrop is a waterfall. Every tear, every tear, every teardrop is a waterfall." You can kind of hear it in the background, right? There's some backup vocals happening, and so the the biggest thing is, in regards to this is right. If you believe, awesome, right? That's good. I mean, if you don't respect the other people's opinions, right? But if they're only trying to tell you or trying to help you, um, to come to something more than yourself, right? This is a perfect example here, man. Before I would have read anything, before I would have just looked at this song and I would have said, "What is this guy talking about, man?" There's some lyrics here. I'm just listening to the song. For the longest time in my life, honestly, I can say I would just hear like the rhythms, the guitar beats, the drum beats, the vocals. If the song sounded good to me, it was good in my book, right? But now looking at the lyrics, man, you know, just what Chris Martin here, he's talking about something more, man, and I can see it, right? And maybe some of you do too. Maybe some of you have always felt like Narnia, bro, is a good example. Like I had never seen the movies. I saw the first one, and it's just like the lion, right? And he gives his life, and he brings people back to life with his breath, right? The breath of life. All of those things, bro. It's like you. The Lion King is another one. Uh, Even in the secular world, there seems to be something more, man, and it's overwhelming. And you can't get away from it, man. Let's continue here. Very powerful song, man. Very powerful song, amazing lyrics, amazing music, uplifting. I feel good about myself. I'm not even lying, bro. I just got off my shift. It's 10:34, right? PM. I feel like I'm gonna go to bed happy. This is good stuff, right? This song is really good. Coldplay is really good. A lot of their songs are amazing. Shoot, man, I might just do straight up Coldplay songs, until we do them all right in this channel, right? Who knows, right? But like I was saying, man, um, I'm a respecter of persons, right? You have your beliefs, I have mine. Uh, I'm not trying to change you. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm not. That's not what I'm trying to do here. Like I said, we're looking at this piece. I'm telling you what it is I see, right? You tell me what it is you see, man, right? Don't tell me what Google says this song is about. Don't tell me what Chris Martin said in an interview saying what this song is about. What do you see? What is it that you see, right? And let me know in the comments, man, because I think it's awesome to get to know other people's perspectives, especially other people that perhaps their journey has not even started into Christianity or anything. I want to go back to what it was that how I would have seen this when I was in your shoes, right? And maybe there's people who are even more advanced than me, man, and they can see things here that I am completely missing, right? And I think that that's awesome, to see, through other people's eyes, to look at something and realize, right, that two people could look at the same thing and they could see it entirely differently. And that's what's awesome about stuff like this, right? Because this is art, right? After all. Now, again, like I said, I'm not saying that my interpretation is correct and my interpretation is the one that's supposed to be, sought after or whatever. I'm simply just saying what it is that I see, right? Perhaps I could be wrong, man. Perhaps this song is about nothing and Chris Martin just decided to put words in there that just rhymed and, whatever felt the narrative at the time or whatever was going on at the time. Not necessarily meaning anything at all, just, putting some words together just to make this thing fit, right? Or maybe there's something more here. Maybe there's something more than meets the eye. Even if Chris Martin didn't know it at the time, right? When he was writing this song, even if he didn't know, God would use him, right? So there is that, man. Who knows, right? Who knows? And I'm not about to. I never check on Google what the songs are about. I never see the interpretations of sorry, what the artist said the song is about. I never do it. Once I'm done with this, I simply just upload to YouTube, man. So I don't check, right? I do follow the comments and see what people say, right? Oh, okay, that's what they said, right? But I don't look for it myself, right? Because I'm holding on to what I believe, right? To what I think is true, right? And so this was a song, Coldplay, Every Teardrop is a Waterfall. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share, man. Let me know what it is that you think, again, on this song, what it is that you see, right? And give me some suggestions, man. Give me some songs, to check out, right? And so we can see, right? There's some songs out there, obviously, like, they're not going to be about anything deep, right? There's some superficial stuff out there. I don't want to diss any artist, right? You know what I'm talking about. That it's just like about sex and stuff. We're not gonna check that out, right? Because it's to me it's no good, right? It's no good, But this is good. This is really good stuff, right? I wish I could see these guys live, man. I really wish I could. Hopefully one day, man. Hopefully one day. So again, let me know what it is you think in the comments. And that's it for now, man. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.